In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a week of spending on a budget using a cashless budget system. Let's get right into it. So the very first thing I do is take out on my budget workbook. If you are interested in this budget workbook, I will link it down below in the description box as well as pinning it in the comments. But this is where I track all of my spending, you guys, and then I do what is called budget by categories. Now, I've already listed out my categories. Everything that you see highlighted is a particular category. The different colors represent the different categories that I budget for. So let's get right into the very first category, which is my savings. So this week was actually a payday week, and y'all know your girl have her savings set up on automatic draft. So this week I spent $472.55 on retirement, which has its own account. Investing has its own account, and then my personal savings has its own account. All of that is set up on automatic draft. The next category is my home category. And this week I spent money on life insurance and aftercare fees for my son, and I spent $133. So pretty light when it comes to the home category this week. Still, $100 still could be a lot of money. Y'all let me know in the comments, is $100 a lot of money or is it not? Did I do good this week? The next category is food. Y'all know your girl love her a frappe. She love her a smoothie bowl. I did get a frappe. I've been kind of trying to lay off the frappes because I'm noticing that the frappes is what has been putting the weight on me. And I kind of like got a challenge going on with my friend, and I told him if he get back in the gym, I will leave the frappes alone. And I did neglect on a weekend, and I did get a frappe, I'm not gonna lie. So this week I spent $56.61 on food. Not only did I get a frappe, I also got McDonald's, I also got Chinese food, and I ended up dropping my drink, y'all. Ended up dropping the drink, and then I also bought some food from my coworker to support her business. The next category is transportation, and within transportation is my gas, basically. I did have to swap out cars because something is actually going on with my main car. I need an oil change or some oil in the car or something like that, he said. No oil in the car. And then he said that I have a small radiator leak or something to that nature. Basically, I'm not driving that car until those things get fixed. So I had to swap out to the other car, which that other car did not have that much gas. So I had to fill up the gas tank. And so far this week with gas, I spent $43.70. The next category is subscriptions. And this week I had Apple storage to come out for, I need more iCloud on my phone because I do a lot of videos on my phone. Y'all already know I got a lot of content on my phone and stuff like that. So I need that 1 terabyte of data or gigs or whatever it's called. I need that storage space. So I paid $9.99 for that. I also paid for the CapCut Pro. That's the editing software that I actually use to edit my YouTube videos. Matter of fact, I will link it down below just in case you are interested. Hopefully I have an affiliate link for it. If not, then I will just link the regular website, but it's no additional charge to you if you do decide to use my affiliate link. I would just get a small commission from your purchase from that, but it still would be $19.99 if you choose to do the pro version. Then also I had to pay for Google storage. Now I do got a lot of emails going on. Your girl need to go through her emails, clear out some things, stuff like that. But I paid $1.99 for that extra storage. And this week I spent $31.97 when it comes to the subscriptions. The next category is debt payments. Now, y'all know I am down to 2 credit cards. One, the credit card that I have on my own, and another credit card that I share, and then my collections account. So, unfortunately, good for me this week, I did not have to pay or spend any money or put any money towards debt payment. However, next week it's going to be back to back to back because the Discover credit card is due on the 14th. My collections account is due on the 15th. And then my Merit credit card, the monthly fee is due on the 16th. And it's just like, oh my God, I'm not ready for it. I'm ready to get this card paid off and ready to get that other one paid off as well. So this week, no money was spent on debt payments. The next category is fun/miscellaneous spending. And usually in this category, I do not budget. This is the money that I do not budget, but I'm just out here spending money like I got it like that. But this particular month, I've been so intentional with how I'm spending money and so intentional where I am spending money and making sure that everything is placed within the budget. So this month, where this week I spent $180.40, and you may be thinking like, $180.40 on just miscellaneous spending, but this miscellaneous spending was actually planned. Now, I did put aside $40 for my son. I did not know how he was gonna spend it. Sometimes he liked to get toys. Sometimes he liked to pick up some clothing. Sometimes he liked to go places and stuff like that. And I wasn't accounting for that money being spent. I was just taking it out of my fun money. But I said, you know what? Let's just put a little bit of money aside for him just in case he wants something. And he did actually want something. He wanted to get him ID. Maybe some of his friends got IDs or something like that, but he wanted ID, so I bought him an ID, and that cost me $32. And then I also budget for the Jordan 1s UNCs that came out Saturday that I wanted. I budgeted $160 for that, and they ended up coming up to $148.40. So it was actually planned spending, not non-planned spending, or me just out here spending money like I got it like that, because your girl do not have it like that. So the total spent this week is $918.23. And that's pretty much how I use my cashless budget system. I basically have all of my savings set up into their respective account. And the only accounts that I have to really focus on is my spending account. And inside of my spending account is the food. It is the transportation. It's the subscriptions. It's the debt payments. It's the fun/miscellaneous spending and things like that. Anything having to do with my home category, especially the house and the utilities, that goes into a separate account. But let me know in the comment section down below, how much money did you spend this week? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.